Good morning. As Eddie said, my name is Tom Presti. I'm a social studies teacher at Wendell Middle School in Wake County. And they asked me to come in today and talk a little bit about how I work two jobs. One as a classroom teacher, 6th grade social studies, and the other as a member of the Durham Bulls staff working for Center Plate in their terrace boxes. Before I go into some of those details, I want to give you a little background. I wasn't originally a teacher coming out of college. I worked as a marketing executive, and I was in event marketing. Used to travel quite a bit throughout the country, working at different events, providing essentially samples of different products. And I remember a meeting I was in about 2 months before my daughter was born, and we were discussing the size of a sample that we would be providing at an event. And we spent way too much time talking about one size versus the other. And I got out of the meeting and said to someone I worked with, is this what I'm going to explain to my daughter what I do? Is this how I'm going to, is this going to be my legacy? And I certainly hoped it wouldn't be. So I started thinking long and hard about what it was I wanted my legacy to be as a person. I had previously been on a trip to Europe and kind of gotten really interested in history, and decided after talking with my wife that I wanted to go back to school to become a teacher and to hopefully make that difference in someone's life greater than what I was already doing. In addition to that, I was traveling so much that I knew doing what I was doing, I was going to miss out on a lot of my children growing up. So that was my motivation to get into teaching. However, because of the salary that I received and family obligations, I needed to take 2 jobs. Currently, I pay almost $1,400 a month in daycare for the opportunity to work outside the home. My 10-month salary pays for that and other household expenses. If I were to split that 10-month salary equally over 12 months, I wouldn't be able to afford the daycare and other monthly expenses. It would not be sufficient. As a result, I work at the Durham Bulls, as I said, as a terrace box server. On days like today, tomorrow, and Friday of this week, I will work from around 6:15 in the morning. I'm out the door, and I don't get back until about 9 o'clock at night. And unfortunately, this defeats some of the purpose of my going into education. On a day like today, I won't see my son, who's 2.5 years old. I won't see him at all because he is obviously asleep by the time I leave, and he's in bed by the time I get home. My daughter will be reading books and going to bed when I come home tonight, so I'll spend a little bit of time with her. But part of my motivation was to spend time with my family, and unfortunately, that doesn't get to happen on every day. Having the opportunity to focus solely on teaching and family would be ideal and preferred. An increase in salary would only help to attract and retain good educators who could provide guidance, leadership, and role models for our youth. And I think that's the reason we're here today.